Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Apuborama, and in today's video, we are going to be breaking into this week's deals and discounts for Grand Theft Auto Online. We have quite a bit of cars that are on sale, some of which are quite good. We also have probably the best week I've ever seen for money making. Ever, possibly? I mean, it's quite incredible. The only other time I guess we'll see something beat this is like double money on the Cayo Perico heist. But until then, this is quite an impressive week. So we're going to start off with the vehicle discounts. We'll make our way over to the money, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Starting off, we have the Impaler SZ as the podium vehicle inside of the casino. It's a cool car. It's not my favorite, especially because you can get the cop variant, which is just kind of cooler. So it would have been nice if Rockstar had put the police variant instead. But at the end of the day, it's still a very, very nice car. And if you get it for free, put it in your garage. We also have the Outlaw, the Nagasaki Outlaw. It's a side-by-side. I mean, it's not the fastest, it's not the best at really anything, unless you want to have a little bit of fun with friends off-roading, but you can get it for free this week by placing top 5 3 days in a row. So it's very easy to get your hands on. Just grab a friend and do some LS Car Meet races if you want to get it, and it's only going to take you like 15 minutes in total. So it's still a cool vehicle to add to your collection, especially if you want to have some fun off-roaders. Now we actually break into the vehicles that are discounted. We start off with the Turreted Limo, which is normally $1.6 million, and this week is $1 million. We also have the Armored Kuruma, another armored vehicle. This car is normally $700,000 without the trade price. This week you can pick it up for $400,000 and around $350,000 if you do have the trade price. The Armored Kuruma is easily one of the best armored vehicles in the game, because while the glass looks like the bullets are going straight through, in reality it's completely bulletproof on every single surface. And that is quite impressive. If you don't own an Armored Kuruma, get one. If you're a beginner, the fact that you can get it for $400,000 without the trade price is a literal steal. You should own this car. Like, it's not even a suggestion. If you don't own the Kuruma, buy it. You will not regret it. The Turreted Limo is okay, but you can't store it in a personal garage, which kind of takes away all use cases, in my opinion. It would have been nice if they had made it so you could store it inside of your vehicle warehouse, and then you could call it in through the Manage Vehicles tab, but that's not the case. So, yeah, the Armored Limo is pretty useless, if I'm going to be real. Then we have another great discount, the Ocelot Pariah. This is literally one of the fastest sports cars in the game. If you're playing on PC like me, it basically is the fastest. And even if you're playing on next generation console, it's in the top 5 for sports cars. It is normally $1.4 million. This week you can pick it up for $850,000. We have the Cavalcade XL, which is normally a pretty expensive $1.66 million. Again, you can get it for $1 million this week. It's okay. It doesn't have anything special going for it. Its glass is not bulletproof, as we can see. It's just a big SUV, so I can't really say it's all too good of a deal unless you want to get a big ol' SUV. We have the Enus Stafford, which is normally $900,000. This week you can pick it up for $530,000. I'm going to be honest, this is a pretty useless car. It's not fast, it's not fun to drive, and it's okay if you want like an old Rolls Royce, but apart from that, there's really no reason to purchase it, so I'm just not even going to linger on it. We have the Baller ST, which is another SUV. It's okay, I guess. Once again, it doesn't have any bulletproof glass, where the Baller STD does, so this is kind of just a worse variant of the Baller STD, but you can get it for $400,000 off at $530,000 this week, so I guess that's something. We have the Frogger, which is the only aircraft that is available on sale. The problem is, if you have the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, you already have the Frogger for free. We can see mine right here. So, for most people that are playing GTA on newer copies, you already have the Frogger. This is really only for older players that just haven't purchased it, but I just don't really see a reason why you'd want to purchase this. I mean, sure, it's fairly inexpensive at $800,000, but I just don't see a reason to own this helicopter when you can get a Sparrow for $1.7 million, which has missiles, flies faster, has basically everything going for it, and isn't classified as a Pegasus vehicle. And finishing off, we have the Pizza Boy, which is cool. I mean, it's only $150,000 normally, and this week you can get it for 100,000. So whoopee, I guess, right? There's not much to say about that. There's one other car that I almost forgot to add, so let's go get that out real quick, which is the Benefactor SM722. The SM722 is okay. It's pretty fast for a sports car. Unfortunately, its handling is pretty bad, and that's because it's rear-wheel drive and has pretty mediocre just grip overall. So kind of a mediocre car. You can pick up the SM722 normally for 2.1 million, but this week you can pick it up for 1.25. So it is a big discount. It's one of the most expensive vehicles available this week. But again, nothing crazy about it in terms of performance or handling. I'd really only suggest to pick up this car if you really like the look of it. Personally, I think it's a sweet car, and I really like it. So just depends if you want to get a cool and quirky sports car, or you want to not and just save some money. Now, let's actually break into the reason why this is one of the best weeks I have ever seen in Grand Theft Auto Online, and that is because it is an office warehouse themed week. First of all, you can purchase a CEO office building and upgrades 30% off. Now, the upgrades mostly are useless, apart from the accommodation. This is huge, and it's because it allows you to fast travel inside of your office building very quickly. So I would definitely recommend to get the accommodation. It's normally like 800,000, but 40% off, it's more like 500,000, which is obviously a lot less. And purchasing office buildings, unless you have the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, can also be quite an expensive endeavor. But there's an even bigger deal when it comes to discounts, and that is warehouses. You are able to purchase large warehouses for 30% off. Warehouses are really expensive. Like, if we go over to the warehouse map and we go to large, and by the way, it's only large warehouses that are on sale. But, like, a large warehouse sits at around $2 million to $3 million. So if you want to purchase 5 large warehouses, which is the max you can get, you're literally looking at over $10 to $12 million. So the fact that you can shave 30% off of that means you can literally be saving upwards of $4 to $5 million on purchasing these warehouses, depending on what locations you buy. The locations I have are pretty expensive, and it's because they're all down one strip, as we can see, and next to each other, which makes transporting goods much faster and easier. But it's also quite a lot more expensive to do that. So it's really down to what type of player you are. But what I can say is, in general, the warehouses being on sale is massive. Speaking of warehouses, you're making double money this week on your special cargo sale missions. Yes, you heard that right. So that means if you have $3 million worth of goods, it's now $6 million worth of goods. Now, special cargo is still a bit of a sussler business, because if you want to get that maximum bonus, you're going to have to sell in a public lobby, and selling a large Titan or multiple vehicles in a public lobby can be incredibly tricky. And unlike motorcycle club businesses, where if one of your vehicles gets blown up, you can just load into a new lobby, when it comes to special cargo, if you leave the lobby or anything, when something gets blown up, you're kind of screwed. So it's a little tricky. It's really depending on what type of player you are and the risks that you are willing to take. But the fact that there is double money on special cargo instantly boosts it up to an S tier business this week. You'll be earning upwards of 1.5 million just by grinding special cargo. As well, exporting mixed goods is going to be giving you double money. So normally, exporting mixed goods gives you around $50,000, which we can see I'm doing right now. This week, exporting mixed goods is going to give you a whopping $100,000. That's actually quite a bit. $100,000 for very, very little effort. Once again, just another great way to earn some additional cash. But we have one final thing, and that is the fact that your staff is going to source cargo at double the speed. When you walk into your warehouse, you have assistants like Lupe, and you can pay them $7,500 to source you goods. This week, it's going to take 24 minutes for them to return the goods back to your warehouse, instead of the normal 48 minutes. And because you're also going to be having double money on your warehouses, it means you can literally grind cargo and have your assistants bringing you cargo back and forth. It's gonna be a lot of money this week. It's going to be a lot of money. Just with Lupe's assistance, you can be earning around 450 grand this week, every hour. So pair that with the 1.4 million you'll be earning just from grinding cargo yourself, and you're looking upwards of $2 million every hour if you do things properly. Now, obviously, you need to sell all the goods, but still, that's a lot of money. The final thing I should add is the weekly challenge. If you sell $300,000 worth of cargo, you will get an additional $100,000. So Yeah, there are a lot of ways to get a lot of money this week, and I would highly recommend that if you don't own large warehouses, this would be the time to do the upgrade. It is definitely a wise decision, because whenever Rockstar has these double money weekends, especially on warehouses, it's always nice to just get a boatload of cash thrown right into your bank account. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this week. But personally, this is one of the best weeks Rockstar's ever had, and it's really surprising because normally Rockstar doesn't give us good weeks. But wow, I'll see you all in the next one, and please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Bye-bye.